Having a blessed morning. So I'm back with another good one. This one, it's a little different. It's a little different. And the reason why it's a little different is going to shed light on some of the things that we as people that we go through, all right? And things that we did in the past. And some people may take it to be disrespectful, right? And some people may not take it as to be disrespectful, right? But um, hold on one second. But in reality, it's not disrespectful. Besides our biological fathers, besides our I'm not remember, father and dad is two different. You got a father and you got a dad. Your father is your biological father. Your dad is a man that he's your dad, but he's not your father. He could be your dad. Your dad could be someone that, raised you up and that guided you, Um, some people might say, I ain't never had that. But the reality, the fact, a lot of us, and what I see on these major platforms, that a lot of us came up underneath someone, got knowledge, wisdom, or understanding from someone, right? And other than our biological father that wasn't there, or if we didn't have a father or dad, there's someone that took us up underneath the ring that guided us and molding us, right? And used our energy and efforts and everything else, right? The reason why I'm saying that because on a lot of these major platforms, a lot of us to a certain degree was somebody's son. Was somebody's son. They're not going to say it because that terminology, son, is very disrespectful in our culture. When you say, "Yo, that's my son," but you say it in the way of down to someone, right? That word "son" that was used, not SUN, SON. That's what I'm talking about, SON. Because if you were somebody's son, SUN, that means that you shine light upon someone, right? Now I'm going to break something down. Some people may feel away. A lot of us was on this major platform with somebody's son, and I'm talking terminologies which we can understand in our civilization and our culture, right? We were somebody's son. Someone was guiding our thoughts and understanding and knowledge and wisdom, right? To do evil, to do something upon other people or themselves or just using us, right? So we were somebody's son. We were somebody's son. And the reality to the fact, a lot of us that's on these major platforms are still somebody's son. Are still somebody's son, right? Because they are guiding your thoughts, they are guiding your understanding, and you are underneath them. A lot of people. There's a lot of people, right? That's underneath people, and they consider you their son. They took the extra word "son" out, SUSON, and replaced it with other stuff. But the reality of fact, you someone's son, or was someone's son. This is true. This is true. And the reason why I'm talking about this topic is because this topic is needed inside of our communities. This topic is needed inside of our communities. This is an actual true fact. That's why the youth, the future, is not with none of that. It's not with you calling them son or anything else to that nature. They're doing their own thing. right? They have their own mind, they have their own motion, they have their own movement, right? And they have their own free will. No longer will they be considered crash outs or somebody's son. Now, some of them may be doing things for certain things and crash out. If you are a crash out, the terminology of that is you somebody's son. They just took the word out, son, and put it with crash out and everything else. But if you're doing things, you somebody's son. This is an actual fact. This is the word that was given back then. S-O-N, somebody's son, not S-U-N. S-O-N, somebody's son. Because if you have somebody, right, that's feeding you negativity, right, that's constantly feeding you negativity, basically, you went to jail, you know, you doing things, you have motion movement for them, and they got in your mind and understanding, and you feel that you have a attachment to them, and you know things of that nature and stuff like that. They have a hold on you. You somebody's son. You somebody's son. That's what I'm talking about. You somebody's son. And the reason why I'm saying that you somebody's son is because you know why? This was the terminology that we used back then. Somebody's son. It's derogatory, it's disrespectful to say this is my son, right? Not guiding someone towards the right movement and the right motion upon themselves. I'm not saying all those that's over us, that's in their 60s, because I'm in my 50s, 50. Those that's 59, 60 years old, and they don't look their age, not all of them guided you towards evil or something like that, right? To have motion movement with jail, holding guns down, selling drugs and stuff like that. A lot of them, right, has guided a lot of people when they biological fathers wasn't there to success. In our culture, I'm gonna keep it real with you, in our civilization, because we learn and understand that the biological father wasn't there, whether he was on drugs, whether he was in war, or whether the case may be, there's always was someone that stood up to replace the biological father to lead the family to success. That wasn't his family. And some of these individuals did not sleep with the woman. They just raised the children because by chance, maybe the father lost his life in battle, and protected his family, his civilization, you know, and so forth and so on, right? We use this terminology to do evil, right? Because it was taught to us by other civilizations that we use this terminology, son, and use them to do acts of violence and things that's going to get them off their path, right? And we adopted these rules and regulations because a lot of these individuals and figures that was before us helped feed us, clothe us, even let us in their homes. You understand what I'm saying? So you can say you are their son. You are their son because they guided your thoughts, they guided your understanding. They know that you have energy to do this and do that and stuff like that, you know? So I want us to understand that. But the reality, the fact, a lot of individuals that's on this podcast, that's on these major platforms, that's on YouTube, are somebody's sons. And not biological fathers, but also are people's sons. This is an actual true fact. And I want people to understand that. Yeah. Yup. It's true. It's true. But I don't want to use this word because the word is very disrespectful. Somebody's son. You know, but they use it in a way of being disrespectful. But the reality of the fact, you know, All of us, a lot of us that's up in age, was somebody's son because they use your thoughts and understanding to do acts of violence, to show you what to do. You were somebody's son because you didn't know what you was doing. That's right, E. Thank you so much. Flow teams in the house. You were somebody's son. They guided your mind and thoughts and understanding. They sparked something inside your mind that your biological father didn't do. He wasn't there. So there was somebody there that guided your thought. And they feel that you owe them gratitude for the rest of your life, that they are part of your emotional movement and your leveling up. There's people like that in this world. That's true. That spark that light, that spark that thought, that spark that understanding inside of you. You understand what I'm saying? But there's some of us that had that way before people had that. All they wanted to do was go over there, was go over there, was go over there, was go over there. You know, they can say, yo, I was a son over there. 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 I wasn't nobody particular son. Meaning soldier. Meaning crash out. And whatever else that these terminology that they use for young brothers that don't have the spark that's in their mind, body, and soul. You know? And I want individuals to understand that. And some individuals learn that a lot of these elders was using them, right, to keep themselves out of prison, out of, you know, getting caught by the police, end up in paddy wagons, to end up somebody organ donors or crash outs or anything like that. They was using them. So these individuals don't deal with people no more. That's an true fact because they know that people, you have grown up. You have grown up, mind, body, and soul. Yeah, so you replace that individual, your elder, you replaced him, whether you want to call him big homie or anything like that, you replace him with the Alpha Omega, the creator, the Almighty, the supreme being. He is the ultimate the creator. He's the ultimate daddy. Is this a metaphor? He is the one that is your father. It's a metaphor, but he's not our father because he doesn't have children. He doesn't have daughters and sons and other than that. I'm just talking about a metaphor. If you want to call anyone your father, is the Alpha Omega, the creator of everything in existence, the Almighty, the supreme being. That's right. That is your father. You understand what I'm saying? But being that your mind is so young and you can't catch it, you have these individuals that's doing the dirty work of this entity that we don't know. We just want to be down. We just want to be protected and everything else. Right? They guide your understanding. They give you the knowledge. They give you everything else, and you go forth. And you feel inside yourself that you owe them your life. You owe them everything. Your kids and your wife is theirs. You understand? So I want you to understand that, and I want you to break these generational curses that's upon our civilization because it's negative. These are negative. We got to start doing what? Planning generational wealth. And generational wealth is what? It's saying, instead of saying S-O-N, I'm saying S-U-N. He's my son. He shine upon me. He gives me light. He gives me understanding. This youth, right? The future, the youth. That's right. He poured water upon me so I can grow because I'm getting old. These are the things that we must look at as elders, right? Instead of trying to bully and trying to control these youth in the future because they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to let you son them. They're not going to let you son them. Do you understand that? So you don't son anybody. Those ways and actions doesn't work. So we have placed it with crash outs. Yo, I always got to crash out with me. That means that you always got a son with you. Instead of teaching him that instead of him being S-O-N, right, and placing him as S-U-N, you using him as a son and a crash out. To ask true fact, you are ruining this young man and woman's life. And I want no parts of it. And this is one of the dopest channels out on YouTube that have motion and movement, that can think, that deals with the supreme being, that deals with what? The supreme mathematics, right? Of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and experience. It's an actual true fact. So I want you to understand that and to deal with scriptures, because I'm Muslim. I submit to the supreme being will. And this knowledge of understanding and wisdom comes straight from who? The actual Father. It's just a metaphor, but he's my creator. He's not my father. He's my creator. And I'm his what? I'm his son. It's just a metaphor. S-U-N, but on a smaller scale. I just want people to understand that. Don't take it literally. It's only a metaphor. I am not no son. I'm not the son. No, I'm not. And he's not my father. He's my creator. That's right. So these are the things that we need to understand. So once we bring forth real teachings and real growth and development among us, then and only then will the future, the youth that you call crash outs and call sons will understand you and accept you. Instead of calling them S-O-N, we calling them S-U-N. And that's where they are. They are sons, and they are the future. You understand what I'm saying? To get us and bridge the gap between this life and in the next. And this is the true, accurate knowledge. If you are rocking with Team Flow and we are in the building, and we're not going to let up. We're not going to let up. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this going. We're going to keep this going. And peace, peace, brothers and sisters. Peace to y'all. To all the brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, prince and princess all around the world.